Her kingdom, Dorovia, was surrounded by two hostile kingdoms, Luva and Trakinci. Once, all three kingdoms were united under the rule of her grandfather, a man of virtue who kept his subjects content. But when he fell ill, everything began to change. After his passing, the province shattered into three kingdoms. Her uncles, with their nobles and armed guards, fought for the throne. Her father, equally ambitious, raised his own army. War erupted. Blood was spilled. The once united land descended into chaos. After a long siege, her father carved out his own kingdom in the northern mountains. The new kingdom was named Dorovia, symbolized by its emblem of hope and strength. Her elder uncle took control of the valley of Luva, a land rich in minerals and home to the largest civilian population. The civilians were quickly subdued by royal forces after the fall of the United Provinces. The remaining lands were divided among different rulers and factions. The Western Province, home to a seafaring community, was captured by her younger uncle. As head of the naval forces, he secured access to the Grand Sea, making Trakinci a maritime power. The southern region belonged to the Foridas, a fierce and free-spirited tribe ruled by their chieftain, Hermus. The central region, home to the actual Carpathian Mountains, remained a neutral, democratic space. Led by democratic forces, this region was beyond the control of all three kingdoms. The Carpathian Mountains were rich in resources, including septo, a liquid used for cooking and perfume making. Once a key revenue source for the United Provinces, septo trade was now controlled solely by the Carpathian Mountains. Her uncles attempted to seize the region's resources and civilians, but every attempt ended in failure. Nordus, ruler of Luva, attempted to incite a civilian revolt in the Carpathian Mountains, but the plan failed before it could take hold. Jovis, ruler of Trakinci, launched an attack on the Carpathian region. The attack was thwarted by the Carpathian Council's elite force, former spies and royal guards of her grandfather's reign. Unlike his brothers, Cog maintained trade and diplomacy with the Carpathians, never seeking to control them. The Foridas, led by their fearsome chieftain, Hermus, made repeated raids, seeking new territory. They met unexpected and fierce resistance. During her grandfather's reign, Hermus had suffered a terrible defeat, both physically and mentally. After their failures, the Foridas retreated to the Pleiade forests, a mysterious land of high-quality woods. Beyond the Pleiade forests lay an unknown land, rumored to connect to the western peninsula region. Legends spoke of 8 great kingdoms ruling the Grand Sea: Ina, Urfu, Zok, Gil, Hap, Ar, Pote, and Jeb. 7 of the islands were ruled by kings, but one belonged to a powerful queen. These island kingdoms had conquered the smaller lands and controlled all sea routes. Even her grandfather had never dared to venture into these unknown waters. One day, a royal letter arrived, sealed with the emblem of the royal raven eagle of Jeb. It was from Queen Nerfisa of Jeb, addressed directly to her.
My dear Queen Kira, I write this letter in times of urgent need.
The letter warned of the Neg fleet, which had colonized the Celis region and now aimed to subdue the Parana region. These 6 principalities, Barak, Eraj, Heg, Necht, Gef, and Zix, had united after years of internal strife, developing advanced weapons over the last 50 years. One by one, they had conquered the islands of the Grand Sea, imposing their rule. The region had been systematically divided to maintain control over 45 smaller islands. Her great-grandfather, King Miram, had established a hidden sea outpost for trading with Celis. In exchange for this trade, he was allowed to maintain the secret outpost. Queen Nerfisa's words carried a warning. The balance of power in the Grand Sea was at risk.
I will be waiting at the gates of Dorovia. If I am allowed to enter, I will believe my letter meant something.
Kira ordered her guards to keep watch for any approaching female royalty.
Your Majesty, a woman with a child, accompanied by guards, Carpian civilians, and the leader of the Foridas, Hermes, waits at the gates.
Kira descended the steps, choosing to meet Nerfisa in person.
Forgive me, sister. I was afraid. I couldn't come alone.
Nerfisa had sought help from the Carpians and Hermes to escape. Kira welcomed her, leaving the others to wait in the grand hall.
Now tell me, Nerfisa, why are you here?
She took a deep breath before speaking.
It is time for you to make a decision, to unite against the forces of Celis and their imperial ambitions, and to preserve freedom through a united resistance front.
Kira gazed absently into the distance, weighing the future of Dorovia. To fall alone and risk subjugation, or unite and fight.
Freedom comes at a price. If that price is setting aside the ego that crippled our kingdom, then so be it.
What should I do next?
Gather the Carpian civilians and Hermes. I must speak with them.
Kira greeted them in the Dorovian way, a head ball with hands folded and touching the heart. The Carpians responded in kind, but Kira was unsure how Hermes would react. Hermes made a gesture of a closed fist.
This means the Foridas will fight alongside us.
It won't be long before we see if Lova and Trakinsi will join us.
Messengers were sent with clear instructions to return with answers quickly. Hermes and the Carpian civilians mobilized their forces.
Keep the faith, Kira.
After 2 days, the messengers returned.
Lova and Trakinsi will help, but at a price.
Their councils demanded border negotiations after victory.